Welcome, lovers. This is Love Dr. Pamela Smith. Thank you for joining the show as I help you with your relationships and transformation strategies and solutions to finding, getting, and keeping any love you desire. Now, as you see, my topic is about, do you understand? It's not exact words, but it's talking about understanding lust and love. What are you in? Are you with the person that you're desiring? Are you lusting that person, or you love that person? So it's a total difference. So let's do the first thing I always do is we're gonna get the definition. So what is lusting? So now my definition of lusting when it comes to relationship is a very strong sexual desire or craving for someone that has a tense feeling, to no commitment, or no serious relationship. Okay? That's lusting. Just lusting for that person. Okay? Without commitment. Got it? Now, what is love? Now, love is a whole lot of things, but we're talking about when it comes to the relationship. What is love? Okay? And we're just talking about on the basis of lusting and loving someone. Got it? Now, so when you love someone, you have a tense feeling of a deep affection for that person. Okay? You find them valuable. You want to be committed to them. You think about that person on a higher level. Your feelings for them are stronger. Okay? Now, what's the issue here with lust and love, and why you all get sometimes are not straightforward and sometimes confused, okay? Because when you are lusting for someone, you can confuse it with loving them, okay? And it's a difference. And you have to be careful with that. Because if you don't both have a connection when it comes to spiritually or emotional connection, you could be dealing in a relationship of materialistic love. Okay, so this is why we're talking about it. Okay, now, so what's the issue? Okay, now when you're lusting, it's just initial desire for someone. You just desire to want that person as far as being with them or just coming together, and you could be coming together based on sex, or it could be based on just a fleeting moment or just having a strong desire. That's when you're lusting for someone. But when you love someone, the desire stays with you for a long time, and you have a desire for him or her for a long time. It's not necessarily lusting or being obsessed, or a form of obsession. Is not forced. So lust can be a forced type of relationship because you're desiring that person, that you want them now. It's more like an intense want now. When you love someone, you have confidence that you can wait, that you're patient. You're patient enough to become their friend. And you're patient enough to get to know them. Now you see where I'm going with understanding. When you're lusting, you want to hurry up and get into that relationship. You want you to get together. When I got to touch you. I want to, what is it like to hold you? Can I kiss you? You're doing too much lusting. But when you loving and want to really get to know the person, so you take your time and you're patient. It could be 2 months, 6 months, a year. You don't care because you really care about that particular person, and you really want that person in your life for a longer time, not for just a season. Okay? Now, when do you know the difference? You got to know the difference. See, when you're lusting someone, you have sexual frustrations because the person's not giving you what you want. They're not. In your mind, you believe that you all should get together now. That you should get the sex now. You should be together now. You should do whatever you would like to do now. And so you get frustrated if you don't get it And that's what a lot of times women get confused with this understanding, because that's the man, you all give that off that intense desire sooner than women. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't happen with women. It's just that men do it sooner. And it's usually, actually, you're just lusting for her and not really truly want to have a relationship, because it's a tense sexual desire to be with that person. And the relationship is just a roller coaster relationship. There's no chemistry. You're just getting together to get together, doing something just to do something, so that you can just get what you want. That's pretty much it. Now, when you love somebody, you're secure, you're at peace, you're patient, you are comfortable and stable with the relationship, so you don't worry about someone else. You have no insecurities. You don't have no ill concerns. You know that this person right here is the person you like to be with going forward. And so you take your time. See, it's a difference. You take your time with somebody you truly, truly want. You don't rush the relationship. Okay? So that's part of knowing the difference. But the main thing is understanding that you have to know when you're lusting and loving someone, because what it can happen is when you are just truly lusting for someone, it's an insecure relationship. And I mean, just think about past relationships that you had. Not only were they insecure relationship, but they were a sexual type of frustration relationship, because it's so intense. You just intensely want that person, and you're just more desiring the person sexually. You don't really, you have, because you might have personality issues that, clash with each other. You don't really care too much about if you see them or don't, or if you get together or not. It's just a lusting relationship. And a lot of people have those type of relationships, but they confuse it with love. Now, this takes me to explaining to you again what love and being in love is. And I talked about this before. You can, when you love someone, as I said, you can be patient with them. You can have a relationship with them. You can enjoy it, and it may go for years, and it may go for 5 years. It could go for a long time. But when you're but you can then at the same time love others. Okay, and still have a loving relationship with this person that you love. See, that's what love is about. You can meet someone that you can always have a true loving connection with, even when you truly find your mate down the road, because you have a form of respect for this person that you loved at one time. Okay, now here is where I'm going with this difference. When you're in love, when you're truly in love, you have no desires for others. There's not 3, 4, 5 women. There's one. And that person is the one that you want to be with. That's the person that you desire. That's the person you want to be with the rest of your life. That's the person that you believe is some quote unquote your soulmate. That's the person that you say is going to give you the things that you always was seeking. You don't look for someone else. You're not insecure for someone else. You're comfortable with the relationship. You're secure with the relationship. You're at peace with this relationship. You truly, truly are in love with this person. And there, no one else can come in and penetrate the relationship. Okay? That's being in love. You won't allow someone to come in and penetrate that relationship. Now, that's when you are in a relationship, a true great true loving someone. Okay. Now, we're not talking about what happens down the road if it changes. We're talking about what you're going into and what you're in. Okay. Now, the whole thing about relationships when it comes to lusting and loving, you have to decide what you want. You just have to decide. Do you want to be happy? Or do you just want to be in a relationship of drama? Because most lusting relationships can be drama, unless you don't have a conversation with that person often. Because most of the time when you're lusting someone and you get with them once or two times, you really don't really talk that much. And you're really not really trying to get together in the future. It's just a fling almost. And maybe the sex is good. So you get together again. You might take them out so that you can get the sex again. So it's just things that you're doing. And you just have to, as long as you understand the difference of loving and lusting someone, then you'll be able to go into relationships with a clear understanding of what you want from that person. Got it? So I hope that helped you to understand how lusting and loving is totally different. And if you need to understand it again, rewind and go back and listen to what I was talking about, and then you'll get a greater understanding of what you've been entering into, and that's maybe why you're having difficult time meeting the mate, because you're not separating your desires and not recognizing what you're entering into. And once you understand that, you will stop wasting time. I say that all the time. Now we go back to you'll stop wasting time. Okay? So you've been with the Love Dr. Pamela Smith Show. Thank you for joining. Make sure you share this show tonight so others can get the help and understanding. Thank you for following and liking. And make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channels. So remember, if you are single, true love is just delayed. And love is always seeking you. It's a choice to be loved and love someone. If you're in a relationship, make sure the relationship is of peace, joy, and happiness. And that the person that you're with can always give you what you believe will fulfill your happiness. Thank you for joining the Love Doctor, and I will see you soon.